does it feel, though, to work with a former competitor before and now President Barack Obama?
You know, it is one of the most common questions I'm asked in Asia. And think about it. I mean, we really worked hard against each other to defeat the other. And we said some things about each other that, weren't the nicest things to say.
Not very nice.
Not very nice.
No.
But in our country, when the election is over, we try to work together for the good of the country. And in our system, when the president asks you to serve, you feel that you really should because you want to help the president succeed. And so the president has asked Republicans to serve, not just Democrats like me who competed against him, but the vice president, Joe Biden, also ran against him for a while. So the president has tried to have a very unified approach to his administration. And when I was in Indonesia, it was such a common question because in many countries, the hard-fought political competition continues.
They don't look at each other.
They don't talk to each other. It's very personal. Lines are drawn. And so the Indonesians kept saying, how do you work with somebody you ran against?
Yeah.
I said, well, that's what we have learned through all these years of democracy, that the country must come first, that politicians come and go. People win and lose elections. But once the election is over, you can still have policy disagreements, and we do,
yes,
as is obvious, but we should try to get along, and we should try to pull in the same direction for the good of the country. So I have no problem with that at all.
How many days did it take you to make that decision after the president called? And
well,
said,
it took a while because I loved being a senator from New York. And once my campaign ended a year ago, June, I was very happy with the idea that I'd go back to representing New York. So right after the election, when the president won, and he called me, I said, I have other people that would be so much better. Let me give you their names. Go talk to them.
Did you give him names?
I did. I gave him names. And as you have seen, watching him on TV, he's very persuasive.
Yeah. What did he say to you that changed your mind?
Well, first of all, despite our hard-fought campaign, we agreed on most things. And we magnified our differences because you have to have differences. Otherwise, why will someone vote for you or against the other person? So what we talked about in the days after his election is how we would proceed, and he gave me an enormous amount of authority as Secretary of State, and really everything I asked for so that I could do the job that he wanted me to do, he agreed to, and I was running out of excuses. I remember late one night I said, I don't know. I mean, you're really making this hard for me. And he goes, I mean to make it hard for you. I want you to take this position.
Did you consult your husband?
Of course. Of course, yes.
What did he say?
I can never talk about what my husband tells me.
Seriously, how much do you guys talk? I mean, you
all the
and
time.
Bill
All the time.
Foreign policy issues.
We talk about everything. We talk about our dog who got sick and had to go to the vet. I mean, we talk about everything.
You talk about Kim Jong-il, like what to do. Pillow talk, maybe.
So, sometimes we do because I really value his advice. But, he's so busy in his charitable activities right now that, there's no real connection between, what he's doing and my official capacity. But, people in the administration call and ask for advice all the time. What do you think about this and how would this work? So he's always ready to offer whatever constructive advice he can. But he's very happy doing what he's doing on behalf of his project on HIV/AIDS and his project on climate change and this wonderful initiative he started to bring people together to do charitable good works called the Clinton Global Initiative. So he has his hands full. So I talked to him about what he's doing as well.